Hello everyone, welcome to the streamlined video of L Bank AMA with the Crust network. Today we have Youan with us. Nice to see you, Youan.
Hi, nice to see you, Johnny.
Could you please briefly introduce the Crust network to the community users?
Okay, sure. Hi everyone. This is Youan. Nice to meet you guys, and it's very honored to be here, represent Crust Network team, and hoping everyone can have a deeper and better understanding of Crust after my talk today. And let me briefly introduce Crust Network. Crust Network is a decentralized storage application based on IPFS storage network, and we developed our chain by Polkadot substrate framework. We provide storage to users by giving incentivized for IPFS storage nodes. And our initial team was established in 2018. Our founder is a practitioner with more than 10 years of experience in the field of data and cloud computing. In this data age, hello?
Yeah, good.
Okay,
I was to say that, wow, that's
thanks. In this data age, our human demands for storage has exploded, and the cloud storage and cloud computing markets are almost monopolized by several internet giants. The shortcomings of centralized storage began to emerge gradually, such as the privacy, security, transmission speed, and service quality, and price issues, and so on. And our founding team found this problem in the market, and we believe that decentralized storage can efficiently solve these problems. At that time, there were few blockchain applications on the market. So we determined to make a cloud storage application which can truly be used by everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. And can I ask a few more questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How does Crust achieve this centralized storage? Like, what core technique does Crust network use?
Okay. As a platform chain, Crust links storage nodes to users as a bridge, and the storage space is provided by the Crust nodes. The Crust public chain is responsible for monitoring the workload of the nodes and distributing salaries to the nodes. We use the TEE technology, Trusted Execution Environment. In Crust Network, TEE exists on the CPU of every node, every Crust node. It is an engineering level trusted technology that it is responsible for supervising the workload of the node and ensuring that the node cannot read the user's data. As far as I know, some blockchain projects as Fala and Oasis Network also use this technology. In fact, T is also widely used in the electronic products on the market. Rust uses Filecoin's model of connecting IPFS nodes and users, but the workload proof method is different from Filecoin's zero-knowledge proof. The TE technology which we use greatly accelerates the speed of file packaging and node proof work, which also makes Crust easier used by users. Our increasing model, DPoS, also continues Polkadot DPoS. We set a role of guarantor who hold CRU. They can stake for other nodes to make more profit.
Okay. You just mentioned that you use the TEE, right, which is a different technology taken by the IPFS.
Yes.
And you mentioned that one benefit of using the TEE is that it accelerates the process of packaging data.
Yes.
And yeah, like what are there any other distinguishing features of TEE or the techniques taken by the Crust network? Any other distinguishing features? Because we know that there are many different projects claiming to provide decentralized storage services, right? So, what is the unique or the core competitive feature of Crust network?
TE can also help Crust to protect users' privacy because it is widely used by some privacy projects. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Security, right? So
Yeah.
TE increases the security.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Good. Do you have a blueprint for what Crust network is going to be? Like a roadmap of the Crust
Yeah.
network?
Sure.
And like, where are you now on the roadmap?
Okay. After 2 years development and testing, on November 30 last year, we launched the incentivized test work, Polkadot, and started the mining activity. And on February 4th this year, we launched the Maxwell Preview Network, which has developed all functions, including mining and guaranteed staking. And another achievement we are very proud of is that we support the storage function on February 28 this year. And this is a very important milestone in our application landing process, which means that all users can now transfer and store files through our network. And so far, we have been working hard to accelerate the large-scale implementation of applications. A month ago, Uniswap merged the website deployment code that we made for them and officially opened the application. And we are also engaging with SushiSwap these days. And recently, we have also reached a storage cooperation with Cow Transfer. There will be 40 million users going to decentralize the storage through Crust. And you can check all this information on our Twitter or Medium.
Wonderful. So by my understanding that we as normal users, as the community users, that we can now use the service. The service is actually functional, right?
Yeah. Yes, we are very proud of this. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. You chose to deploy your service in the Polkadot ecosystem. Why did you make this choice? Why didn't you just start a public chain project out of your own, rather than base yourself as a sub project of a Polkadot ecosystem?
Okay, 2 years ago, and after the initial idea, which is going to develop a storage application, we have been looking for the development tools, and we have tried Ethereum, but its problems include high gas fee and low TPS, which are very unfriendly to us, because our application chain requires frequent transactions. And we also tried Cosmos Tendermint, but its degree of customization of the chain cloud couldn't meet our requirements. And later we found Polkadot's substrate framework, and we contacted Polkadot's official. They were very interested in our idea of storage, and they gave us a series of technical and even financial support. Polkadot's huge heterogeneous ecology is very attractive to us. We also appreciate Polkadot's on-chain governance and forkless upgrades. So we finally choose to develop the project on the Polkadot ecology.
Okay. Here's a question that's a little beside the point. There's a question about Polkadot ecosystem. What do you think of the future of the Polkadot ecosystem? Because we know that the price of the dot is getting pretty low. about half of the price a month ago. What is your personal opinion of the future of the Polkadot ecosystem?
I think Gavin Wood came up with a very wonderful structure. Yes, but
Okay.
How will Polkadot be? It depends on its slot auctions, and yes, but
Okay.
I'm not a technical person. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I actually agree with you. It depends. Its future depends on the milestones of the Polkadot ecosystem, and the slot auction of the Kusama is going to be a pretty important or a momentous step. Okay. So speaking of the auction, will Crust participate in the upcoming Kusama auction? And do you have an established strategy or
Yes.
something else that you'd like to share with the community?
Sure. Crust as an early project in Polkadot, we will definitely participate in the slot auctions of Kusama and Polkadot. We have included the slot auction and leasing costs in the economic white paper plan, and it accounts for 40% of ecological development, which is about 2 million CRU. Crust will use the parallel network Crust Shadow to participate in the Kusama slot auction. We will use 90,000 CRU plus 18 million CSM rewards. And CSM is the original Crust Shadow token. It plans to be released on some mainstream exchanges in the near future.
Okay.
During the crowd loan campaign period, the reward retail distributed every week is 1 Kusama to 0.07 CRU plus 14 CSM. And participating contributors will receive rewards regardless of whether the auction is successful or not. And during the leasing period, if the number of successful crowd loan KSM is less than 50,000, the ratio is 1 Kusama to 1.5 CRU plus 300 CSM. If the number of successful crowd loan Kusama exceeds 50,000, then 75,000 CRUs and 15 million CSM are divided equally according to the percentage of contribution KSM. And 30% of the reward will be released immediately, and 10% will be released for each subsequent lease period. And after receiving the reward, our supporters can be a guarantor on our Crust Maxwell network to guarantee the validator or candidate node to obtain additional rewards. And we are also planning a series of activities named Profit Data. CSM can be used to guarantee data storage and obtain additional benefits too.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that time, Crust will launch crowd loan section on Kusama's official platform. And we will also cooperate with some community and top exchange platforms. Welcome everyone to follow our Twitter or Medium to get first-hand information.
Thank you so much. I can see that your team is very generous. That you've decided to distribute 40% of your of your economy to the community users, and also that I can see that you have a very detailed plan of rewarding the users. And based on what you just said, are you confident that you can win the auction, the slot auction?
Yes, we are very confident because we are early Polkadot project, and we have many friends in the Polkadot ecosystem, and many people have tried our application. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Very simple question. A question that that came out of my mind when I first heard of a slot auction. Like, what is the benefit of winning a slot auction? And after winning the slot auction, what is the next step of the Crust network?
When we join the Polkadot ecosystem, what attracted us most was Polkadot's heterogeneous sharding concept. In such an ecosystem, huge information interactions between projects, which is the problem that Ethereum currently wants to solve the most. And information interaction can give birth to many practical and funny functions. For example, you can use Akala's token to pay for Crust storage in the future if we both win the slot. And through the Bifrost, you can release the liquidity of CRU, which are staked in our network. And with Latent Tree, you can also realize the copyright confirmation stored in the blockchain world. And also the Crust storage function is now available. If the slot can be successfully photographed, the applicability of Crust will be stronger, and it can be paid attention to and used by more and more people.
Yeah, great. There are many questions now posted in our community. Can I just pick one of them for you to answer?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, here's a very interesting one.
Okay.
Okay, here. If a competitor should arise today providing the same services as yours, what would you do to stay and remain relevant?
If a competitor should arise today.
Basically, how are you going to handle the future situation that many competitors come out because they see that we in the blockchain in our decentralized world, we do need decentralized storage services, and as this service, as the service providers become very as providing this service become very profitable, we can see that it's foreseeable that many people will come and provide the similar services because they want to win the profits. Yeah. So what do you do to stay and remain relevant?
Okay. Actually, in the storage market now, some application exist together, like Arweave, Filecoin, but we focus on different kind of storage. Like Arweave, they do permanent storage. Yeah.
Okay.
We use different method of workload proof, and yes, we focus on different storage.
Okay, good.
And
Another
I think
question.
it's a good thing with many competitors, so we can develop together.
And another interesting question is that what makes your project different from other? Actually, you answered the questions before, but the latter part of the question is, what are some of its practical use cases? Would you like to provide some practical use cases about if we want to use the Crust network to store something, what kind of thing do you think we will store? And if we store the thing, what benefit we have from storing our data or file in the Crust network rather than storing it in Baidu or Aliyun, like the services that provided by the centralized giants like you mentioned?
Okay. Actually, since we start the storage function, more and more applications based on Crust network began to emerge. And I can recommend you a website named Deco. It's DECOO. And
okay, Deco.
You can try to find this. Yes, Deco. And you can use Deco to directly transfer your files and with no fees. And it is based on Crust network.
Okay.
Yes, I think this is a good way to try our storage. But if you are a technical person and you can directly use our Crust apps, it's on our website, the right up corner on our website. Yes, it's a little difficult for normal people. Okay.
Okay, good. And another question is that, what are some of its practical use cases? Would you like to provide some practical use cases about if we want to use the Crust network to store something? What kind of thing do you think we will store? And if we store the thing, what benefit we have from storing our data or file in the Crust network rather than storing it in Baidu or Aliyun, like the services that provided by the centralized giants like you mentioned?
Okay.
Are you planning to make a very, very user-friendly web applications that help people upload, store their files? Is this part of your is it in your roadmap?
Actually, I don't think so. Crust support a storage layer, and we want the applications to do these things. What you said.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
and we have also launched Crust grants. It is to encourage developers to develop applications based on Crust network. We only provide a storage layer.
Gotcha. Understand. Okay. Here's another question from the community. What is the most ambitious goal of the project? I would appreciate if you should share with us any upcoming updates. What should the community look for? Now, this is not a question. 3 questions, buddy. Well, Yuan, you can choose one, whichever you feel like you'd like to answer. You're willing to answer.
Yeah. I can't.
Can you see it? Can you see the question on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, right. You can.
Some people ask who exactly is your best customer, and I think these days Uniswap has used our website to deploy their D app, and I think Uniswap is a very good customer for us. It's a very good. Yeah.
I have to say it's a big name, you know. Someone like me knows that Uniswap. So yeah. Okay. Let's pick another question. Well, yeah, Yuan, you can pick the question you want to answer.
Okay. Tell us about your plans for 2021. What are you currently working on? We want to accelerate more and more people to use Crust to storage. And as I said before, we set a Crust grant to encourage developers, and we will also launch a big activity which named Profit Data. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And it will launch on July this year, and up to 54,000 CRU will be rewarded to users that use Crust to store files. It's a very big amount, and you only need to use Crust to store your files and stake CSM token, then you can get CRU rewards. And it will be a very important event for us this year, and it will launch on July, I think.
Okay. Here's a very interesting question. Can I choose one for you, Yuan?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, the question is posted on the screen. What is your strongest advantage that you think will make your team leading the market? Can you see it on the screen, on the main screen? The question is listed on the main screen.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, you know, you just mentioned several advantages, but you know this user wants to know your strongest advantage that will make your team lead the market, and also he or she wants to know your weakness. Well, you can choose not to answer this one.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think our strongest advantage is that Crust is a truly usable application. Like our biggest competitor, Filecoin. I think many people know Filecoin, and it has many miners, but it can't be used now because it chose a difficult proof method. It's zero knowledge. Yeah. But Crust choose TE, so our application is more easier for our users to use because we can accelerate the speed of the file transfer. I think this is our biggest advantage.
And you know,
can I say another one?
Okay, okay. You
Strong.
just mentioned Filecoin and IPFS. Like, I think at the beginning of this AMA, you also said that your service
Based on
is based on IPFS. Filecoin is also based on IPFS, I think,
yes,
and you also mentioned that there is a difference between you and the Filecoin.
yeah,
That the Filecoin uses the zero knowledge proof and you uses TEE, right? And
yes,
the advantage of using TEE is that it speeds up the storage process, and also it provides a better security.
yes.
And like, I'd like to ask you a question about the future. Like in the future, where do you see the Crust network, and the Filecoin? Are you just going to be competitors, or maybe in the future you have something to cooperate with? Like, what do you think? Is it going to be a future of like fierce competition between you, or is it a future like KFC and McDonald's that you kind of compete with each other, but you serve different parts of the different kinds of the customers, and so it actually becomes a very interesting cooperation to make the market bigger. Yeah. So what do you think?
Uh, I think it's a very deep question, but I
Yeah.
think the competitor is not our enemy, and we can
Hmm.
learn from each other.
Hmm.
Yes, and the IPFS team, they found the Filecoin, and
Mm.
we use the IPFS too.
Mm.
And actually, I'm not a technical person, so I can't say what cooperation can we have in the
Okay. Okay.
future. Yeah, but we learn a lot from Filecoin. Yes, it's
Still,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Still, thank you so much. It's it's very happy to have you to answer the questions, and I can see that our community users are very active tonight, and they say that I love Zhang Yuan, and Yuan love. I want to say the same thing to you. I love Zhang Yuan and love, and yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. More the questions in our chat will some of them will be saved. Probably in the future we can do like AMA again, but today because of the time limit, I think yeah, it's very happy to have you here,
Yeah,
and
thank you for having
nice
me.
talking with you. Yeah, nice
Yeah,
talking with you.
nice to talk
Bye
with you.
bye.
Yeah,
Bye
bye.
bye.